Yeah, I goofed real hard last time. So you know how I kept trying to go down here and go on the barrels? Yeah, I was just completely doing the wrong thing. Oh, and I'm on the wrong side of the ladder. Yeah? Wait, what is the yeah in reference to? See, it's a joke. It's a joke, because I don't remember the things that you're replying to. Get it? Okay, so yeah, see, I just... Wait. Ah! Oh, look. We're just quick loading because I spent so long on this last time not figuring out how to do it properly, and we're done with that, you know? We're going. It's time. It's game time. The stream isn't streaming? What do you mean? Oh, the gameplay. I got you. This I thought you meant the stream was down. I was like, that's not good. Uh, I think I do game capture for this one. I think that's the one that works. Is that working? Nope, still frozen. It might be a window capture then. Um, Uno momento, because of course it's always something. Yeah, I know, right? Um, oh boy, I wish I could ever remember which one I use, if it's game or window. Okay, let's try this one. That doesn't look like it should. Fit to screen. Are you working? Nope. Okay, it's not game capture then. It's got to be window capture. Okay, let's just get rid of the old window capture and completely do a new one. I love that this just consistently happens. Okay. Uh or it's gonna act like that window doesn't exist. That's good too. I hmm. Hold on. We're almost there. We're almost there. I can taste it. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Okay, look, you know what? You know what? I don't even care. I'm just gonna do display capture. Because I don't know what it's doing and why it's not working right now. So no, this one. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Put that above there. There we go. Okay, please work now. Ah, yes, there it is. Is that working? Okay. So the thing I did wrong last time is I tried to go through the barrels. Really, you're just supposed to do this. You're just supposed to creep along like this. And I had to step away from it for, 5 minutes to realize that that was entirely what I was doing wrong. Half-Life, more like Frozen Life. Look, I'm doing my best here, okay? Don't, don't, don't give me that. Spike Spiegman. Yeah, I know. I'm glad you didn't show. Wait, no, he showed up before things got fixed. He said Frozen Life. Oh, Mamma Mia. Okay, clearly. Look. Welcome to the green zone, baby. All right, so we have it sorted out now. Oh, that wasn't good. I figured out that really I was just supposed to run along the pipes on the ceiling instead of into the goop with the barrels. So that wasn't good. Oh, the game just actively killed me. Yes, how are you? How is the day? those chunky sound effects. How have you been? How was your weekend? Also, I don't think I spoke with either of you. I picked up the medkits. It's good. Yeah. How you been? Oof, there we go. So this new game, one of those made to look like a PS1 game and it's horrifying. Yeah, exactly. This is a classic PS1 style. Oh, no. Okay. I just applied a trip mine directly to that. Dude, you spoke with me like 2 days ago? Look, you think I remember past 2 minutes ago? Ace can confirm. I have no idea what's going on. Doing good. How are you? I'm doing all right. I had a moment yesterday that fucked me up for basically the rest of the day, and I still didn't really feel great today. I spilled coffee all over my desk, and I was just like, wow. Way to go. And yeah, the rest is just kind of a blur. I committed to a life of hard drugs as a result. That's how I'm coping with spilling coffee on my desk. Oh, this is the part I thought was happening earlier with the big boy. Excuse me, pardon me. Also, how's the volume level? It's not too loud, is it? I think it's where I left it last time. Spilled coffee on my couch. Took half an hour to clean up. That's frustrating. I hate doing stuff like that because it's just like, man, I'm a whole ass adult, and that's a thing that just happened. And I know, like, it's an accident. Like, accidents happen. Like, there's no accounting for that. But it's just kind of like, ugh. Have you tried drinking your own pee? Not yet. Should I? Would you recommend that? Is that what you were doing while you were visiting friends for the last week or so? Like, did they not give you drinks? Did you have to drink your own pee to subsist? Oh, I think I got more of this ammo. Okay, good. I did. Yeah. Welcome to millennials and zoomers. Collectively too hard on ourselves. Oh, good. Oh, nope. I only got secondary ammo for that. That's not good. How are you, Ace? You asked how everybody else is, but how are you? Hey, stop that. That's a good sound. It's a good spooky sound. Hey, get out of here. Better than hard drugs. Pee is the hardest drug. Yeah, if you have enough calcium in your diet. Because you get more delirious the more times you recycle your warm juice. Benjamin. Yes, pee is the forbidden apple juice. That, I don't know, what did I... Oh, they're exploding the barrels. Okay, I was like, what am I stepping on? I don't see anything. All right, here we are. Hello. Oh, they hear me. Literally lulled when you said warm juice. Look, you said warm juice first. I was just quoting you. You know all about... Wait. So, are you confirming that for the past week or so, you've been subsisting off of warm juice? Look, I am the best at... Oh, that's a turret. That turret knows no love. Okay, so I think it is actually time to do this instead. Okay, here we go. We got the grenades, boys. It was super effective. the wrong gun, Gordon. Well, that did something, I think. Hey, stop that. Okay, that worked. There we go. Oh gosh, what did I miss? Look, we need to save water somehow in California. That's fair. That's fair. So, what is the governor encouraging that you drink your own pee? The Governor Bear Grylls, I mean to say. He is the governor of California, right? Why do you think I am the way I am? I am Metal Gear Solid Metal Gear Solid 3 subsisting on warm juice. Okay, look, if you want to know how much of like brain fog I'm having right now, I genuinely just had a moment where I saw Benjamin you say so true abysme, and I was like, the fuck are you talking about, Benjamin? You don't live in California. Like, you don't both live in California. See, okay, would the governor encourage that though because for ecological reasons or as like a fetish thing? That's my question here. You know, I'm not trying to kink shame, obviously. I just want to know. Oh wait, that one's not active. Hey, give me the... Oh, I have too many. Oh. Nope, get out of here. Alright. Gamer time. Oh gosh. There's a lot of them. Oh boy. Gonna get killed by a crab. Look. It's been a day, y'all. Uh-oh. No. Head crab, I'm trying to read chat, okay? Impossible. Only one person at a time per state. Yeah, I mean, that's how you end up with which one is it? We were just talking about this, Ace. Is it Wyoming? That has like 5 people in it? I think it's Wyoming. I think it's Wyoming that is massive, but literally has a population smaller than Rhode Island. Dibs on Rhode Island. Is Rhode Island the best one, though? They get a lot of snow. And I think collectively, from living in the South and from y'all living in California, that's like... Have any of us ever really had to deal with snow? At least, like, to, you know, to that extent. Nope. Oh, Mamma Mia. It's the tiny house. Wyoming has -5 people. Well, Charlie Love lives there, right? Charlie Love, the patron saint of... the American patron saint of dinosaurs. And our Lord and Savior. And Rhode Island's the tiny house of America. That's true. It's like, Rhode Island is the, you're going to a convention, so you room stuff of America. You know what I mean? Like, it's way too small. There he is. It's way too small to have that many people in it, you know? It has no right having more people than, Wyoming. Then Wyoming's -5 people. Hello, please stop doing that. Thank you. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy shield juice. The worm shield juice. Ha ha ha. Beautiful. Okay, I've still got ammo. I just don't have any more grenades. Okay. Wyoming has 3 people. Charlie Love and his 2 eyebrows. I think they do count as citizens of Wyoming, just based off of the amount of space that they take up. Respect, though. Serious respect to Charlie Love and his gorgeous eyebrows. Sorry, pup. Okay, and then we go over here, and we go, and we save scum, and we go up here. So anybody got anything exciting going on this week? It's what is it? It's almost March already. That is insane. Like, it's barely 2022 and it's already March in 2023. That's what I'm getting at. All right, I hear creatures all about. And I don't like the sound of that. Oh, look at these little creatures. It's your mom's birthday tomorrow? Happy birthday, Spike Mom. I don't want to dox your mom on stream. Are you referring to the pole dancer from Brisbane? Who? Charlie Love? Is that... We're referring to a community college professor who lives in Wyoming. If he is also a pole dancer from Brisbane, then I love it. I respect it. New synth day. Oh shit. What you getting? Happy B-Day to Yo Mom. Yeah, true. Happy B-Day to Ben Mom. Benjamom. Alright, that's enough from you. Get out of here. And then, do we go here? Nope, nope, nope. Stop that. I'm gonna hide in the fan room. Oh, good catch. Oh. We're going up here, I guess. Here's an article discussing Charlie Love's trials and tribulations of claiming the spot of the longest eyebrow hair. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your effort. Your journalistic effort here. Y'all. I am hurting. Gordon is not having a good day. No, stop that. Y'all. Why did I think, as somebody who's really good at video games, why did I think that playing video games on stream was a good idea? Benjamin is a great spice for pulled pork. I mean, Ace knows what I'm talking about. Like, I'm phenomenal at video games. So it was an obvious choice that I should stream video games. Oh, we're back up here, okay. Oh yeah, 1010 gamer, yeah. Look, we joke, but I really am. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Everything is going wrong. Peekaboo. I love that I'm just like standing on the ladder with my feet, I guess. Is that how this is working? Okay. So we got the power turned back on, which means I think that means I can go destroy the big blue guy. See, I don't know why that oh, there we go. I don't know why that barrel section screwed me up so bad. I was struggling. I was struggling real hard, y'all. I mean, you saw. You were there. Yeah, I know, right? The recoil's causing 0 issues for the ladder standing balance. It's real good. Dude, Charlie Love is great. Charlie Love is love. Charlie Love is life. I'm just saying. There we go. Oh, who was shooting? Who was shooting? Peekaboo. Oh. Oh, you were shooting. Hello. Here's what you came up with when you Googled Charlie Love. I'm not gonna click. That might be Borno. I'm not clicking on that. Here we go. Up and away. Or at least I'm not clicking on that live on stream, because I am using window capture right now. So that would be pretty bad if something showed up. It's not Borno. It's very lovely gentleman pole dancing. Okay, fair. Can you show pole dancing on Twitch? Is that legal? Or did John Twitch make that illegal? All right. Now we're cooking. I don't have time for you. Huh? Why are they always yelling at me? It's so rude. Huh. That's weird that you allowed the term porno and then Automod still caught it. Oh. Wait, what hit me? Assume it's NSFW for TOS purposes? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Y'all, literally what killed me? There's nothing here. I don't know what got me. Yes it did. Automod. What are you doing? Oh, I got the... This is the best gun ever.
You better go on without me.
Oh, what's up, bud? Okay. Alright, good talk. Give me the guns and the bullets. So, wait, what? Roly-poly? What is this in reference to? Look at that. Look at that boy. He's shaking. I always like this guy. Guy seems cool. Oh, wait. No. I need to get the cart out there and then turn it, don't I? Okay. I forgot. I forgot. Okay. Yep, here we go. We're going the right way now. It's where you put the sexy in front of it. That's when it catches the pole. What? Oh. That's when Automod catches it. Hello. No sexy poles on stream, no. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked that Automod doesn't catch the word pole. You know? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guy looks friendly. He's shaking. I can't go. Main power is not on. What do you want me to do about it? All right, excuse me, bud. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just going. Oh, that's right. You do have to smash through there. Okay, look. I was trying to leave. Look at his little mouth. Little Angie. Huh! Okay. Gordon's grip strength is insane. Okay, wait. No. Oh, that's what it is. The track power is off. Where is there a button for the power? It must be somewhere else. Oh, boy. Gordon Freeman just goes home. I mean, I imagine, like, that's what he's trying to do, right? He's like, look, I just want to go home. I think there was a way I didn't go over here, actually. Legit, though, if he did just go home, Half-Life 2 would still happen. That's true. He might not be involved in Half-Life 2, though. Because they might not be like, oh, Gordon, you did the thing in Half-Life 1. You're the boy now. Oh, no, I did go this way. Let me through. Let me through. Okay, hold on. What does that say? Power generator, track power. Okay, so there is another. Okay. I got it now. So that's over here. Barney becomes the hero of New Donk City. Is this... Are you working under the expanded universe? Oh no, this just says track control. Whoops. The expanded universe, like Liam's Adventures of Pokemon stuff, where New Donk City, City 17 is the same place as New Donk City. Is that what's going on here? That was to open the door. All right, y'all. We're gonna backtrack till we figure out what's going on. Why would I want to go in there? Why would I want to take a dip? That's what that's the Citadel, aka New Donk City. 100%. That's the exact name of it. Dr. Breen is actually just Chris Pratt. For anybody who still didn't believe that Chris Pratt is a being of pure evil who would sell us out to aliens for his own benefit. Yeah, Dr. Breen is Chris Pratt, is what I'm saying. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Speaking of which, Benjamin, I don't think we've talked about it. What's your take on, or anybody? What's your take on the Mayro movie? You excited for Mayro? Because I realize that that's a thing very soon. What is your, as somebody who has on and off worked for a competitor of Illumination, what is your opinion of Illumination in general? Dr. Breen's played by one of your favorite actors, Robert Culp. I'm actually not, I don't think I'm familiar with that person. Who is that? What else? Oh my goodness, hello. What else have they done? Feel no strong emotions for it. I will likely see it at some point. Yeah, that's how I feel. I didn't really feel any strong emotions for Sonic, but I ended up really liking Sonic and Sonic 2. I, however, do not feel like I will end up liking Mario. Or, well, like, I think it'll be fun, but I won't, like, care. You know? Like, I'll just be like, oh, that was a movie. That was a movie I saw. You know what I mean? The what movie? Oh, Mario. Sorry, I said Mayro. The Super Mario Brothers movie. With Crispy Rat and Charlie Day. I think it's coming out in April? Yeah, no interest either way. I feel that. Alright, we're blowing through this, y'all. We're only like 17 hours into this, and we're doing great. That one. I want that one. Okay, that led us nowhere. Good. Mamma mia, did I make it 2 steps forward only to, like, completely get stuck again? But I saw a bonkers-ass movie with Paprika last night. What was that? What'd you see? And was it good? Would you recommend? I'm curious. Okay, I must have missed something down here. That's my only explanation for this. Oh. Oh, the boy. The boy. The boy just, like, flew by me. What's the boy doing? Oh, mamma mia. Okay. What's the boy doing? Hey, boy. Mwah. What's he doing? Why's the boy over here? Why is the boy getting on the counters? He shouldn't be on counters. What are you thinking, boy? Oh, wait, is this the problem? That I need to go even? No, I went down here. Because this is where the generator was. Oh boy. Is it here? Let me in. It's called Space is the Place. Can't really describe it, but it's on HBO Max. I'll have to look that up. I have access to HBO Max. Would you recommend? Is it good? I'll see Mario. It doesn't look amazing, but I've been surprised by other movies that I wasn't excited for in the past. Did you see Sonic? And if so, what did you think of? That guy just did a backflip toward me. What did you think of Sonic? If you saw Sonic. Also, okay, I had some ideas that I wanted to run by people to see, like, This is basically just me trying to think of stuff to do on stream that's not just video games, because I want to do more of a variety of stuff, you know what I mean? I don't want to, like, pigeonhole myself at doing something that I'm terrible at all the time. So I had some ideas, and I would like to discuss those ideas after I catch up on chat. Hello, Twice. Twice, you are also a streamer. I would like to hear your feedback on ideas for stream as well. Let's see. It's out there. You liked it a lot. Okay, it was called Space is the Place. I'll look that up. My brother told me about another thing on HBO a while ago. The Rehearsal, which I still haven't looked. I still haven't checked out. He said it's pretty fucking bananas, which, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if anything, HBO is good for that. Okay, we're just gonna look. We're just gonna look. Nope, there's nothing down here for us. I feel like HBO is pretty good for that, for dealing with like pretty batshit stuff. You haven't had a chance to see Sonic, but you've heard good things. Yeah, Sonic is good. Sonic and Sonic 2 are both good. How are you, Twice? How are you? Okay, so I forgot you can step on these guys. They like crunch. I hate it. Okay, so the track power has to be somewhere else, and I'm just missing it. It's probably behind him. I bet that's what it is. Let's go see. Excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, it's gotta be back here. It's gotta be back here. Yep. Guarantee it. Yep, there it is. Oh man, this is terrifying. I hate this. I hate everything about this right now. Oh wow, I just thought about it. I thought the ichthyosaur was a lot earlier in this game, but we're still not there yet. I didn't, which that scarred me as a child, quite frankly. If anyone knows what I'm talking about. Could you imagine a guy literally shoving his head in toxic goo to see if there's anything underneath? Nope, nothing in here. Meanwhile, no face. That's our boy Gordon. You know? That's just what he does, okay? Good, just at work. I'm just gonna take a quick forbidden bath. I had to see, okay? Oh. It's just rude. Okay. My face is gone, but now I have information. It's true. Look, that was useful information. Excuse me, pardon me. Don't mind me. There's got to be a way to get around that guy without getting that damaged. I just don't know. I just don't know how. Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me! Okay. Gotta get your margarita bill fixed somehow. Oh man, I forgot we talked about that last time. Do I set like trip mines? Is that the play? Hi. Be better. That's wow. Look, I told you. This is why I don't think it's a good idea for me to just constantly stream games, because we all know I'm not good at video games. Make a wide berth. A wide berth. The widest of berths. Yeah, I was thinking, am I supposed to be using trip mines on this guy? Is that what it is? Nope. Nope, I got it. We're good. Have you tried being better? I've tried, I'm just not good at it. Okay. Okay. Because I know this guy isn't actually killable. I know, oh, whoops. Whoa, whoops. Oops. Can I pick these back up? No, I didn't. I was like, perhaps. Excuse me, pardon me. All right, if you'll just walk into that for me. Okay, oh yeah. Streaming ideas. Okay, so one of the things that I thought of, I was like, I might even do this today just because I didn't know what to do. But I also wanted to advance a little bit with Half-Life, so I was like, well, let me do this while I'm like waiting for people to show up and everything. Okay, that didn't do shit. Thanks a lot, Benjamin. I'm gonna blame this all on you. Yeah, no, I know I kill him with the train, but I need to give power to the train first. Pardon me? Hey, look at that. It just looked like he made an explosive fart. It's true. Okay, let's go in here first. So, ideas. I decided to do Half-Life because I wanted to go a little bit further in this because it's a game. And, oh no. And I don't know, I'm like, I want to play through this whole game, right? So I was just doing it while waiting. God damn. Out of the pan and into the air fryer. That's how the saying goes, right? I just dropped that right there. Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Just checking the poll. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting so distracted. Stream ideas. I was thinking I was gonna do some meme stuff, like looking at subreddits, like people do on the YouTube, where they look at a subreddit and they're like, let's look at memes from this subreddit, you know? I think that could be fun. I was thinking about doing some of that today. Of course, I've thought for a while that I'm using my TikTok account to already try and like build up a list of like TikToks that I think are funny or amusing. Oh, oh man. Okay, the game just didn't want to work with me that time. That's fine. That's acceptable. And yes, I am blaming the game. Do not take the game's side, Ace. I know you will. But that wasn't even him that time. That was the electricity. I know, he's so fast. I don't remember him being this fast. Look, I'm just saying, I know you're gonna take the game's side. You're gonna be like, haha, skill issue, lol, get wrecked. The other thing that I thought about, though, is escaping my brain right now. Yes! Yeah, don't run through the electricity. Thanks, Benjamin. I appreciate the pro tip. It's gone. What was I thinking of doing? What was my other idea? I'm so distracted by this guy being a jerk right now. Not TikTok. There was something else. Oh, right. Okay. So I'm thinking that collectively I want to name we're gonna make a new save so that I don't overwrite my quick save. I was thinking of having all of my non-video game stuff collectively be referred to as JCC. It would be called Just Chatting Chaos, because that would be the one unifying thing, is that it's just, you know, just chatting stuff that's utter fucking chaos. Do meme stuff, do TikTok stuff, but I think maybe the most unique thing that I've thought of in that regard is for some reason, for several years now, I've been subscribed to the Quora, like the site that basically replaced Yahoo Answers. I've been had a subscription to like a Quora digest, which I don't use Quora. I don't know why I have that. I get this email every couple of days. But I am convinced that Quora is full of not real people. Like, I don't think that the questions and answers on this website are real. So I thought of making a segment called Quora is not a real place, basically, where we just go on Quora and we find questions and answers, and we discuss whether or not these are actual questions that are being asked that are just, like, people are too embarrassed to ask people in their life, or if these are just questions that are asked specifically for the purpose of stirring shit. Like, of pissing people off who don't agree with the question being asked, if that makes sense. Jesus Christ cringe? That might be a little sacrilegious. I don't know if we want to do Jesus Christ cringe. on stream. Pretty sure it got taken over by spam bots. So see, that's the thing that's so fascinating to me about it though, is that the oh wait, I just realized we're in the chapter on a rail. I think this chapter kind of sucks, but I think it's kind of short, so we might try to just go through this real quick. Yeah, kind of like Reddit relationship type stuff, or like am I the asshole type stuff. But basically like dissecting, was this question asked by a real person? Because even if they are spam bots, a lot of them seem like Legend of Korra, I'm down for that. A lot of them seem like they're worded in such a way that they weren't written by AI. But a lot of time, they really seem to me like they're scientifically designed to like elicit a pissed off response from, you know, like the quote unquote other side of the question, if that makes sense. Can I give some examples? Yeah. Let me pull up one of the digests that I got in my email the other day. Princess Dank travels to the land of Korra. I don't know, but do you think that would be entertaining? Would you all be down for watching me do something like that? Because I think that would be a lot of fun, personally. I think. Can I go through here? Oh, I can go through here. Oh, hold up. Let me get this. You check it. It'd be fun. Okay, yeah. That's the most like, because like, okay, everybody does meme reviews and like TikTok reviews, right? But like Rev, who we watch, consistently does a am I the asshole segment where he goes on Reddit, reads am I the asshole posts, and then I guess kind of acts like the arbiter sort of like, yes, you were the asshole, or like, no, you were not. So I think Korra is kind of like an untapped field from everything that I've seen that could be kind of like, I don't know, my thing, at least temporarily, you know, or it could be like part of my thing. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it would only be yeah, okay, that's fair. Questioning the validity of the posts may be verging on disingenuous. That's fair. You like that sort of oddball thing? When I do art streams, I'll get some old TV ad compilations running on the What the Fuck playlist. That sounds cool. I didn't know you do art. Do you do art streams? That's cool. I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet. I don't remember though. This part of the game is like, I don't remember. Obviously, I don't remember this part of the game very well. I remember the blue boy, but they're angry. They're all angry. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh boy. Well, we're going. I think the concept is fine, just approaching it as let's consider this as if it was actually real, but maybe that's me. That's fair. I mean, it's fair, like, I see where you're coming from. Let's put it that way. Because definitely, I think people use semi-anonymous places like that to, like I said, to ask things that they're, like, maybe too embarrassed to ask people that they know IRL. Oh, keep going. So, yeah, I don't want to be like, oh, is this person a bot or something like that necessarily? And I guess, yeah, it does run into speculation of being like, was this post scientifically engineered to stir shit? Like, oh, no, I don't want that. Can I pick that back up, please? Oh, no. I didn't realize this is where I get the satchels. That's true. There is also an element of people who don't speak English as a first language. I'm specifically talking about here. I'll pull up some examples. I'm specifically talking about the ones that I get are basically from America. Like they're specifically asking about like American politics and stuff like that. Okay, look, I blew it up for you. Are you happy? I used my one satchel. So yeah, no, I definitely wouldn't ever want to make fun of somebody's like English or anything like that, because I barely speak English. You know what I mean? Destroy yourself for me? I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave. Really wouldn't get into reading into any of the AITA posts. I watched a load of YouTube videos during lockdown, and it wasn't good for my mental health. How so? Also, hello, Reasonable. I did not realize you were here. Hello, how are you doing? You mean to say that exposing yourself to Am I the Asshole stuff isn't good for your mental health? Oh, goodness. Okay, here. I died, so let me, if it's asking about American politics, it's probably a bot. Yeah, that's fair. Here, let me do this really quick. Let me pull up. Nope, do that. Okay. Which email do I get these at? Gmail.com. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything incriminating on here? Those my bookmarks. So y'all can't see. And full screen it. And here, let me pull up a couple so that you won't see any other tabs or any other emails. Yeah, that's perfect. Also, I forgot some of them are some of them are pretty spicy. I've gotten a lot of Lord of the Rings ones. That's wow, I'm realizing it's all American politics and Lord of the Rings. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, here. This is a good spread. Spicy Lord of the Rings. Yeah, they're all Borno, you know. Let's see. What did I miss? Watching too many of them tended to make me overly irritated at the stupidity shown and put me in a very bad place. Yeah, that's fair. And I definitely never want to do that to myself or to stream. Oh, here, I can turn music back on, actually, while we're doing this. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, okay, there. Music's going. And yeah. Ace did the sketches, and I did the final versions. Here, let's zoom in here a little bit. So here we have what person destroyed their entire life by making one simple mistake? We're not gonna get into that. Okay, see, these are pretty mundane, right? For the most part. What? Oh, why was Michael Jackson, Samuel L. Jackson banned from appearing in TV commercials? I have no idea. Let's see. The PlayStation 5 graphics were not impressive and look very outdated. Do you agree or disagree? But then we also have, like, what is the most offensive sitcom? Once again, why was Samuel L. Jackson banned from appearing in television commercials? Why are more people becoming right-wing? Sure. When will Pokemon make a dark type gym? What is a typical day of a liberal like? Let's see. My fiance, here you go. I mean, I guess this is kind of like Am I the Asshole type stuff. My fiance told me that my 6-year-old daughter won't be allowed to attend our wedding. My daughter is everything to me. She will be allowed on my special day. How should I respond? But then you have like super general stuff like what is dopamine fasting? Sure. Why? Why don't orcs attack the Shire? Okay. Does Walmart know when you steal from self-checkout? Lol, typical day of a liberal. Get up, hate the government, thank Obama, burn money in a large barrel, go to secret cult meeting. That's not a liberal, Benjamin. That's a Californian. There's a difference, okay? NorCal would strongly disagree. Did J.R.R. Tolkien ever say what happened to Middle Earth? I guess this means after Lord of the Rings. I don't know why I have so much Lord of the Rings in here, too. If elves are immortal with thousands of years of training, why are they so weak at fighting? Are you shaven smooth? Lived in Houston, Texas, 1989 to 2018. It's also very much kidding. No, I understand. Did Sauron ever regret forging the ring? Okay. Why do cities vote Democrat and rural areas vote Republican? Wait, I missed one here. I found out my boss hires escorts. How do I bring this to the attention of HR without my boss finding out I'm the one who got him fired? Probably after Sauron dropped it the first time. See, this is what I'm talking about, Abysme. This is what I get. Like, every couple of days, it's just like, hey, I know you literally don't have an account on this website, but for some reason I'm gonna send you these. Would Avada Kedavra work on Hagrid? I am sick and tired of living in Canada. The cost of living is very high. I find the USA will meet my needs. Should I move to the USA? Oh, that's the same one. Why are gun owners such huge cowards? Sure. So I don't know. That's just a very, very small sampling of the kind of stuff that I get, and it seems so batshit in a lot of cases. Not like the questions themselves being asked are batshit, but that the mixture of questions is just completely batshit. A man kept calling my wife sweetie when he would see her at work, and she told him she didn't like being called that, and he asked her, "Are you a liberal?" I mean, oh, hold on, I still have the music text up. Hey, get out of here. There you go. That's awful. Also, I didn't know you were married. That's congratulations. But not congratulations on that. That's fucking wretched. That's awful. I think. Hold on. I think a package that we've been waiting for is being delivered right now. Literally 1 second. I'll be right back. The dog be barking. Okay, let's reload, because oh no, why am I back here? Wait, why am I back here? Is it this one? No. Yeah, wait, why am I all the way back here? I shouldn't have quick loaded. That was a mistake. Alright, bye nerds. Le dog. Yeah, sorry about le dog. So anyway, I don't know. That, like, it made sense in my head, but looking at some of that stuff now, it feels like it might even be too unhinged to, like, make something cohesive out of it. Does that make sense? I just thought, like, the weird eclectic mix of questions that Cora recommends to me, kind of, like, it could be fun to, like, screw around with that and be like, oh boy, that's a question, and then, like, give our own answers, you know? But I don't know. We're in a southern state in a small city, so a lot of the older men tend to call all the ladies sweetheart. Yeah, you might not recognize it from my accent, but I grew up in the South, so, like, I get it, you know? I get that it's a thing. And in a lot of cases, like, I don't know, I think it's contextual for me. It's like an old Southern woman calling me hun, that's one thing. But an old Southern man calling somebody hun or, like, sweetheart, and then saying, "Are you a liberal?" when you say don't do that, that's a very different situation for me. Luckily, my wife has been able to tell most of them to just call her by her name. That's good. Did you Did you like grow up in the area or did you move there later on? Uh, you used to get Corey emails as well until you blocked them. Look, they're a gold mine of today's hottest information. Is what I'm saying. Goodness. Okay. Wait, I did all of this. Okay, that save set me back for some reason. Let's see. Benjamin said spicy words. What did you say? Held a message for the reason bullying. That's fair. Glad she says how she feels, and hope there hasn't been too many other assholes. That's why you got held for bullying, Benjamin, who are rude about it. Oh no! Stop that! Stop that! Someone had an issue with someone expressing a boundary, then that's something the person with the issue needs to consider, not the other way around. 100%. 100%. Yeah, I mean, especially, I don't know, if we just want to talk about, like, personal autonomy and, like, personal freedom and shit, like, I know it's such a, it's a common refrain to be like, freedom of speech does not it does not indicate freedom from responsibility or something. It's something to that effect. Oh dear, I'm dead. I died. I don't know. I guess that's kind of how I just feel in general. Like, I'll call you whatever you ask me to, and I will. If you express a boundary, I'll be like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna do that. I feel like taking the opposite approach and being like, oh man, you're so soft, like, because you set a boundary or something. I feel like that's definitely a you problem. Like, no. It has to be, the world has to operate exactly how I want it to. And if you express any sort of friction in the way that I want to address you, then we're gonna have an issue on our hands here. Does that make sense? Thought it might catch you on the hole, so you switched it to the hole. I don't think there's anything over this way. Oh no, that's right. I have to move this out of the way first before we can go over there. Okay. So next time try holy. Fortunately, I think a lot of folks in America are raised to push people's boundaries. Yeah, I mean, like, it's socially expected to do so. Yeah, I mean 1000%. Like, American culture is pushing other people's boundaries and allowing yours to be pushed constantly. Like, that's just kind of that's part of being American, I think. I don't know. They can't censor Jesus. No, exactly. Use holy instead of whole. Wait. Oh, okay. Now we're going a different way. I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take. I just feel like a lot of American culture is, well, I'm gonna say that you can do whatever you want, but if you don't do it exactly the way that I want, then I'm gonna make your life hell by complaining about it constantly. Is that a hot take? Am I getting political on stream? Am I gonna get in trouble for these harsh opinions? I don't know. can't censor Jesus, but they can censor every other deity. It's true. Oh, I'm just being a liberal. Right. Okay. I forgot. Yeah. See, I don't know. Like, the liberal brain rot has set in so much that I just forget that I'm a liberal sometimes, you know? We're going. We're gonna go eventually. Okay. This looks like a place I need to be, so let's go check it out. I mean, I don't know. What's down there? Probably nothing good. There's no way anything good is down there, so we better go check it out. Truth, give me back polytheism. Look, it's true. Polytheism was pretty good. You know, because then I don't know. I feel like putting all of the pressure on one, or like putting everything on one god. I feel like that puts a lot of pressure on him. You know, like he might do really great with I don't know, a harvest, but not so good with I don't know, what's another religious thing that people care about? Um, medicine. And then everybody is like, oh man, but if you had separate deities, one for medicine and one for harvest, I don't know, I feel like that's just a healthier way to approach things. Throwing out liberal and millennial are so weird to hear thrown out in real. Yeah, I mean, well, and in particular with millennial, I think if you hear anybody in the year of our Lord 2023, or honestly anytime for the past like 5-10 years, use the term millennial unironically, like as a pejorative, like you can basically just disregard their opinion, because the youngest millennials are what, they're no 25 now. Like I'm technically a millennial. That's why I'm bringing this up. Like, we literally haven't been the, you know, me teenagers that people think, oh gosh, think millennials are for a decade at this point or more. And they don't recognize that like most of us are gainfully employed adults at this point. I don't know. If anybody still uses millennial as a pejorative, I'm giving you full permission right now to just disregard their opinion. Putting so much pressure on one god and they might just blow a gasket and flood the entire earth. Yeah, like as a meme. And then they're like, look, no, I promise, I'm never gonna do that again. I promise. I'm gonna give you a rainbow now. Just buzzwords to throw out to make, to make some fake statement. I mean, that's like, I feel like that's the majority of American political discourse in general. It's just buzzword. I'm a millennial, but in the last year, so I can't really call myself. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that like I'm a couple years before the cutoff, but I grew up on the internet, and I know that like technical thing outside of the defining trait outside of the years is you grew up around the turn of the century or whatever, or the turn of the millennium. But I barely remember a time without internet. You know what I mean? And in terms of like humor and culture, I connect with Zoomer humor and culture so much more than I do with millennial humor or culture. Oh wow, they just fucking got me. So I almost feel like calling myself a millennial is basically just like a formality, because like technically, oh, that's a grenade right there. Just technically, I'm a millennial. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're taking this grenade with us. We're taking it to go. It's like my friends calling themselves 90s kids, and that when that was cool, but only started comprehending cartoons in the early 2000s. Yeah. I would never like unironically refer to myself as a 90s kid, because like I was born in the 90s. So sure, like my infancy happened in the 90s. I was not a kid in the 90s though. You know, I mean, maybe I'm splitting hairs here, but all right, eat grenade, nerd. That was painful. Stop that. Okay, hey, stop that. You think the same? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But the whole idea, which I've talked Ace's ear off about this over the years, because I've firmly held this belief for like ever, the whole idea of generations is just fucked. Like, especially in the post-internet age, like the idea that no, this group of people born between these years have a collective experience, and it's like, I guess we have a couple things in common. Like, all of us have, 2 or 3 things in common, but like, you're really gonna reduce the entire quote unquote millennial experience to like remembers the internet being a new thing, 9/11, and fuck, I don't know, what else do they think defines us? Loves their iPhone. Like, I don't know, that just seems so reductionist to me. Yeah, pretty sure advertisement firms made well, I think the generation, well, that was like the primary generation in America that participated in World War II, and the generation after, when they coined, I don't know who exactly did it, but when they coined the term the greatest generation ever, that was the point of no return. Like, that was the point where we were doomed to being like, oh no, you were born, between 1980 and 1997, so all of you have the same experience, and I'm just really easily going to be able to generalize every single one of you now, And I know people might say, like, this is just me being salty because, like, I don't want to be called that or like associated with that or whatever. But I don't know. I think it's just silly, especially when people take it really seriously. Okay, what I got so distracted that I think I missed a bunch of chat. Honestly, feel like having a younger sibling ended up making me partake in the early Gen Z media more than most millennials. Yeah, exactly. And no, that's what I'm getting at, is that the entire discussion about generations is just, it's so fabricated. Like, it's so fake, People like to identify and cement themselves into ideas and groups, though. So I guess that's why stuff like 90s kids thing. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Like, I guess in a lot of cases, too, people are, like, really obsessed with, like, you're talking about putting themselves in groups like that. People are, like, really obsessed with factors that they have no control over. Like, that are, I don't know, I guess they're, like, seen as a point of pride, but they're, like, things that people who don't deal with that don't care about. Am I describing this at all correctly? Mainly, I'm talking about where you were born and the year in which you were born. People are really attached to those things. I think other parts of your identity, like if it's if your identity is like marginalized in any capacity, this does not apply, because then, like, society has basically told you your identity makes you an outsider in some capacity. But I don't know, like, I've known so many Americans who are like, yeah, I'm Irish, and it's like, you were born in South Carolina. Or, they're like, yeah, 90s kid, and it's like, how many of us were born in year of your choosing? I don't know. Does this make any sense? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure this message is from earlier, but intersectionality is not a part of the discussion at all. And that's the thing I think that gets me, is that it's like, I don't know. I realize I've just been rambling probably complete nonsense for a couple minutes now. I've probably said several things that will get me booted from several communities, namely the South Carolina Irish coalition. And I'd like to preemptively make my YouTube apology video now. I'm sorry. I love you. And please smash that like button. I think I did that right. That's how you make a YouTube apology, right? I think I got it. I think I got the basics, Oh, nailed it. Okay, cool. I'm in the clear then. Nobody can take issue with anything that I just said because I did a flawless YouTube apology. All right. All right. Anyway, I don't know. Am I alone in thinking these things, or like am I the crazy one here? Am I the asshole to loop it back around? Also, I realize this entire thing started with me talking about stream ideas. What did anybody think about any of those ideas? I realize now in retrospect the Korra idea is probably a bad idea and I probably shouldn't do it. Which means I'm definitely gonna do it at some point. Oh, whoops. Pressing the wrong buttons. We're just gonna keep using this. You sent the whole conversation to Korra. Thank you. Did you attach it to the question, hey Korra, what do you think of this? Is it, I like my kill, I like Scotland, I like that I can trace my heritage. At no point do I walk around gloating about Scotland pride. I mean, I think that's what I'm talking about. Like, is... And even if you did abuse me, like, I would still love you just the same. Like, I'm not... I guess I just think it's kind of silly. But I also know that, like, people really like LARPing, right? I don't know. Is that a hot take? That claiming your ancestry from 7 generations back is kind of LARPing? Like, if you're actively saying, you know, I was born in New Jersey, but I'm, like, full-blooded Italian. I know that one in particular probably is a spicy take, and I have probably, just by uttering that, been banned from entering the country of North York. There's a difference between embracing your heritage and being proud of it, or making that your entire identity. Yeah. It's LARPing, but not in a cool way. Well, I guess at least if you did go the Scottish route, at least there with your LARPing, oh gosh, you get a kilt, right? So like that's something. Otherwise with if it's like Italian LARPing, what do you get? Gabagoo? Like I'm very curious what Korra will think of this entire discussion. Now that I know, you know, I've been doxxed to Korra. No. Oh boy. Y'all, I'm having a rough time. I'm having a rough time with this. All this discussion about Abysme LARPing as a Scot has got me. Abysme LARPing as Travis Scott. It's got me. Okay, the Magnum Dong was doing some work. And there, it did work again. Okay. Okay. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it hasn't even been an hour and a half. Today is going pretty slow, and I like that. I think there are some cultures that put a bigger emphasis on family origins than others, so I don't know. I just want everybody to be happy and feel themselves. Yeah, no, I agree. Like it's like I said, I guess I'm just kind of like taking the piss. And I don't want to. If that's something that's like really important to you, I don't want to be like, hey, don't do that. I don't appreciate, you know. I guess I just kind of find humor in it when like this is an actual example. I'm not just making this up out of my ass. This born and raised in North Carolina, like thick ass North Carolinian redneck accent boy talks about being Scottish. I don't know. It's I find humor in it, but I guess to an extent there is like a charming type of humor to it. I guess. Well, not specifically with him. He was kind of an asshole, but that's regardless of his claimed heritage. You know what I mean? No, everybody should just do whatever the fuck they want. Like as long as they're not hurting people, what's the harm, right? Hey. hey, 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 hey. I'm very good at video game. When I was a kid, I really wanted to be related to Abraham Lincoln. That's that's fair. I'm not laughing at that concept. I think that that's really cool. I mean, Abraham Lincoln, I think objectively seems like one of the better presidents, you know? Yeah, you actually are. Well, I'm related to somebody who was shit, I don't know what his rank was. Some sort of officer in the Union Army who after the war visited a like banquet ball thing at the White House. So like he could have kissed Lincoln. So I mean, I'm basically related to Abraham Lincoln as well, is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's basically Abe. I like how this part of the conversation is probably the least politically incorrect thing that I've said so far. I missed something, I think. Yeah. People being genuine and happy is good. That goes without saying. Like I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. Though I guess making jokes about it probably does come off that way. So basically, I need to stop being an asshole is what I'm saying. We're going to change the subject now. Okay, we're going to talk instead about what's the least political thing that we can talk about, chat? Tell me, and we'll talk about it. Princess Diana's cousin's grandmother? So you have it in your head that you're part of the royalty and make it your first talking point? Wait, are we talking about... You're talking about me? Twice removed. Did you say all of that way because princess twice removed? I mean, I am essentially a princess twice removed, if that's what we're getting at here. Okay. All presidents are bad in varying degrees of megalomaniacal evilness. You know, yeah. Wait, I said something less political, Benjamin. Don't get me going on the inherent evilness of political leadership, because that's explicitly more political. Wait a minute. We've already been here. Oh boy. Wait, is this the first section that we were in? No. This is a different section. I'm just gonna leave Homer receding into the bushes. Okay. Destroy yourself for me again? Wait, what am I doing? So what are the other so those were my main stream ideas. Look, I thought the Korra idea was gonna be a hit. I am gonna delete that part of this VOD and no one will ever hear it. So I can't be embarrassed by how awful of an idea it was. It's like I said, I want to do more stuff that's not explicitly video games, because I think a lot more stuff that encourages conversation with chat sounds really fun to me. Like, I guess like reaction type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Least political topic equals pizza. Okay, pizza itself. If we want to just say, let's have a pizza appreciation minute, where for 1 minute we all think about how much we like pizza right now. That is not political. As soon as we get into pizza toppings, though, I may actually be put on a list. You know, pizza can get super political. I think it's like I said. I think liking pizza is the least political thing. Like, that's the least political opinion in the world. What about peeps who don't like pizza? I mean, okay, fair. I think what I'm getting at is the most vicious fights that I've ever witnessed in my life have been about pizza toppings. But I've never seen anybody have a knockdown, drag-out fight in the school cafeteria about whether or not they liked pizza in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You posted that whole discussion on Brain Korra, and now life is canceled. Thank you. Wait, does that mean that Benjamin, did you just kill me? Like, was that Merdare? Oh, can I not get in? Let me in. Oh, hold on. Pardon me. Let me get out of the way here. Did that do anything? What does it say? Surrender, free men. Well, you didn't even spell my name right, so no. What do we got? I can't believe how genuinely angry people can get over pizza topping. Dude, that's what I'm saying. People hate when you want something on your pizza that they don't. Like, and it's wild because it's like pizza is such a global phenomenon that people from other countries, like, because at least everybody who's participating in chat right now, I don't know about lurkers, everybody present is American. And Americans get so mad at other Americans because of pizza toppings. And I'm just like, man, if you knew, like, the Swedish thing about putting banana on your pizza. You know what I'm saying? What do we got here? Might just be me, but reaction content in general just gives me bad vibes. See, okay, that's why oh, this is just blocked off. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be running on the electric rail. Hello. I do fully understand that. And I would never want to do any sort of reaction content that was in bad faith, that was not about a community of which I'm a part. So that's why I think if I do any of that sort of stuff, like TikToks or memes or anything like that, it's like solely gonna be like furry or non-binary or asexual. Like that's it. I'm not touching anything that doesn't directly apply to me. Yeah, if that makes sense, because I think that that's the best way. Oh, you're below me. Hello. I think that's the best way that I can engage with that type of stuff in good faith, is to come at it from the perspective of, this is content that was basically made for me. Does it resonate with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? It can definitely be mean-spirited. I mean, yeah, I think how did you word it? Reaction content in general just gives you bad vibes. Yeah, I think in a lot of cases, reaction content that I've seen, especially from like bigger creators, is generally engaged in bad faith, by which I mean they're coming at it from a perspective of not trying to learn, like, and they don't really care about the context in which this content was created, basically at all. Which obviously I can't know what their intent is. I am not that person, you know what I'm saying? So this is just going based off of feeling, and vibe, like you're saying. I think a lot of times, any chance for like education, or like learning about a community that you're like not a part of, anything like that, I think that stuff goes right out the window with a lot of reaction content, because it's primarily made for the reaction. You know what I mean? It's made to kind of look at and just have a, ew, what the fuck? Reaction, because there's not a better word, like it's literally in the name, to whatever it might be. So like when somebody who's not a furry and is mainly just looking for views does some sort of like furry reaction stuff, I mean, what are they looking for? They're looking for engagement. And what drives engagement like crazy is negativity. So, oh, Mamma Mia, that was not good. That was really rude. So that is exactly why I would only want to... Did he die? I would only want to look at and engage with, again, content from communities that I'm a part of. You know, things that actually apply to me, that I'm aware of, so that, like, I can have a more nuanced or genuine reaction to them beyond just, oh man, isn't that cringe? Whoa, lol. Does that make sense? You have to watch stuff that you would sort of enjoy. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Because, okay, here's the thing. There's that quote that goes around. I've seen it a couple of times, but I was just reminded that it's a quote that exists the other day. Don't kill not the part of you that is cringe, kill the part of you that cringes, right? And that's the like arc of my life that I'm in. I'm like, I'm cringe as shit, and I'm fully okay with that, and I love it, and I want to just embrace it, and I want to show other people who are just as cringe as me in similar ways to me that it's okay to just be that cringe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, absolutely. I think a necessary component of making like good faith reaction content is engaging with stuff that you would probably already like, you know? Because if you're going into something that you know you're gonna hate, it's basically just hate watching something with an audience. Which, like, what fucking good does that do? What good does that produce and put out into the world? And that's really all that I'm interested in, is like putting out good as much as I can, you know? Oh gosh, no, I'm not gonna blow myself up, Benjamin. Don't even ask me. Let's see. Even on the literary podcast I do, I make sure to state that we aren't judging the authors, just the public content. Yeah, and I mean, I think there's something to be said about that. Of like, recognizing that when you put something out, especially on the internet, like, oh gosh, they just blew me up. When you put something out on the internet, or like when you produce something specifically for sale, like it's going to be judged differently than if you just made it for fun and like showed some of your friends and you were like, yo, we both like this thing, read this fan fiction that I wrote about it, or something like that. So I think there is something to be said about, you know, when you put something out publicly, a certain amount of like criticism is not just warranted, but like expected, you know? Like the right people and the wrong people are gonna find your work, is what I'm saying. Oh god, that's not what I wanted. Like these streams, I choose to do these publicly, and I fully expect people to drag me for how awful I am at Half-Life. That's fine, because I'm doing it publicly. However, if you were to come into this stream hating the game Half-Life, and hating furries, and hating queer people, and then you tried to criticize, I don't know, I feel like you'd be like, it'd kind of be like, yeah, literally none of this is made for you. You know what I mean? People talk about like, and I think it's typically talked about like as a meme, but people make jokes about like bullying kids for their own benefit, so that like they are less cringe later on or whatever. And I'm like, if you're an adult, why the fuck are you interacting with children, especially on that level? Like, what are you doing? You got to the point of adulthood where you have free time outside of work or whatever, and this is what you're choosing to do with it. I think that says more about you than about the kids that you're, you know, giving quote unquote criticism to, if that makes sense. I realize I've just been talking and not, I should just switch the category to podcasts and talk shows, because this is at this point the PD podcast. There we go. Got it that time. All right, I am gonna save Scum, because anyway, let me see what the rest of the chat said. After we fuel up here and we quick save, no, wait, we should turn that and then quick save. Okay. What did PDcast? Yes. Let's see. Twice said, I watched Pokemon Live and knew it'd be kind of cringe and bad, but the entire time after feeling cringe, I ended the stream genuinely enjoying it and liking the effort that was put into it. Might have made jabs at it, but I can see people put a lot of effort into it and appreciate it on stream. Honestly, yeah, Joe recently did one of the 2 Pokemon Live things on stream, and he invited me to do like a reaction stream to Pokemon Live. I guess there's 2 versions of it, like one that was done in America and one that was done in like Dubai or something. I I think I could be misremembering. But he invited me to do it, and I was like, I mean, yeah, that sounds fun. Like, I am not the biggest fan of musicals, but I like musicals. I'm not the biggest fan of Pokemon, but I like Pokemon. And I think it's totally possible to look at something and say, hey, this has a lot of, like, there could be a lot of valid criticism levied against this, but it's fun. It's fun overall, and that sounds fun to me. So if he instead were like, do you want to react to like this epic neo-noir rendition of, I don't know, what's something that I'm not really familiar with, like Dragon Ball Z, I would be like, I don't know if I know enough context to adequately commentate something like that. You know what I'm saying? Context or appreciation for the source material. So I get where you're coming from, Twice, in that already... Oh, that's not good. Being into Pokemon and everything helped with your appreciation of that and with your reaction to it, I don't know. I guess I just feel like a lot of reaction content is so lazy because it's... There you go, Benjamin. I blew myself up for you. A lot of it is very lazy because it's just kind of... it's very lowest common denominator in a lot of cases. Like, it's not made for people who already enjoy the thing, and in a lot of cases it's very mean-spirited, like you're talking about. And in a lot of cases too, the level of commentary that's being added is non-existent, quite often. That didn't quite make it. Oh, did that do it though? Cool. Okay, I can live with that. Let's see. Abysme said, I'm cringe, but I'm free. Wow, I really was backed up on messages. I said the thing about being cringe like 17 years ago. Twice said, watching cringe compilation reactions and people being the most hateful to an audience really breaks my heart and makes me irritated. Yeah, I like... Here's the thing. Because I release stuff on YouTube Shorts, I get a lot of engagement from people who... don't enjoy my content, because YouTube Shorts, like, the algorithm for it is pretty fucking garbage. Like, I would almost argue it's like non-existent. Come on, do the thing. I think we did it. Cool. In that, YouTube Shorts just offers your content up to basically anybody who's scrolling YouTube Shorts. So I get a lot of hate comments, typically from like literal children. And I'm just like, I don't know. Just keep scrolling. Like, if you don't enjoy this, then like, just go, And that's not even me being like upset about it. It's in a lot of cases I want to reply, but I choose not to reply typically, because I'm like, I don't want to make people think that if they talk shit, then I'm always going to reply to them. Because the thing that I would always reply if I were to would just be, hey, the more you engage with it, like leaving comments, the more of this you're going to see eventually. So my point is, I agree, Twice. I don't really understand people's fascination with like hate watching and then making content around things that they hate watch. It just doesn't really make sense to me. Oh gosh, I'm still way far back. Benjamin said, my life really turned around when I went to a midnight screening of Twilight and had the best time. Yes, because Twilight's fucking great. Okay, Twilight is fucking fantastic, and I'm really glad. I'm glad that you enjoyed it as much as you did. Twilight is a perfect example. Less so with the books, because we're most of the way through the third book at this point for like bedtime stories. Twilight is a perfect example of like, y'all, this isn't really like good, But I can tell wholeheartedly that even if some of the people who worked on this didn't like really care about it, they did their fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Like they did, and they did a good job in most cases. I don't know if that's like a hot take to say that the Twilight movies are actually, you know, competently made movies. I feel like that might be a hot take. Oh, stop. I spin. Oh, we're going all the way up. Okay. Wait, they took 2 magnum shots? I thought magnum shots were 1-hit kills. Huh. The fact that people go out of the way to attack the creators, especially when they're little kids, is so mean and unnecessary. Yeah, 100%. Sammy Sonic fan was one, I think. I love his reaction to the funny yelling videos he made, but there were people who went, what'd you say? Who went and attacked him for no reason? Yeah, I agreed, because he was the kid with like the backpack who yelled a lot about how much he loved Sonic, right? And it's like, yeah, y'all who are making fun of him, he's literally a child, and he just likes Sonic. Like, and who among us doesn't? Like, you're fucking lying if you say that you've never liked Sonic. That's my hot take of the day. Sonic is actually really good, and always has been. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. That's my take. No, there you go. Gamer zone for just a second here, and then I'm gonna get back to responding to chat. Also, thank you all for being so active. Like, it really does mean a lot to me that you could be doing literally anything right now, but you're choosing to spend your time with me, listening to me talk about how cringe is dead, long live cringe, basically. And I don't know, I appreciate that. It warms my cold, dead little heart. Ace can fully confirm I do not have a cold nor dead nor little heart. But that's how I'm going to describe it here. Let's see. What do we got? I think people hate to be reminded that they used to be cringe. Yeah, I think so too. And I'm like, I don't know. You were... Son of a bitch. Is there any way to save this? I mean, it took a little bit of damage, but we're all right. I don't know. Yeah, it's like you're a literal child. Like, let children be cringe. That's... We're just dropping all the hot takes today. Even when you and Joe watched those maps videos, they were weird and maybe cringe, but you guys were genuine and say, yeah, no, dude, I loved that shit. Wait, can I get back there to turn this off? I feel like I should be able to turn this off. Nope, we're just gonna go. Nailed it! Okay. Hey, yeah, no, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I love seeing, like, weird, outside of the norm methods of, like, creativity and expression. It's fucking great. I live for that shit. Because I'm a weird little gremlin creature, and I love when other people are as well. You know what I mean? Hate watching... All right, never escape a government facility overrun by aliens and Marines while texting, y'all. That's the takeaway here. Hate watching feeds a very ugly element of our society that I wish we could dispense with. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that, like, so many people, I feel like, base not their personalities. I feel like a lot of people base a lot of their opinions and beliefs and even likes and dislikes off of disgust. And I don't know, I just feel like that's, again, that's why I want to have like this area, like this stream and like anything that I do on YouTube and stuff just be a, no, we're not going to fucking engage with that. That's stupid and it's counterproductive. Like, all you're gonna do by living your life through disgust like that is make yourself upset. And why do you want to just be upset all the time? You know? It's like doomerism, but I don't know, not about like the fate of the world or something. I don't know. I'm trying to make a comparison here, and it's just not really. It's not clicking. It's not really making sense. You know. Uh oh. Oh, Mamma Mia, right in the face. My wife sat down to watch the whole Twilight series, and I had a lot of fun. Went in doing the ironically liking it shtick, but just enjoyed it after the first. Yes, yes. Like, the Twilight movies are fucking great. They are such a good time. Like, that's another thing. Like, and this isn't me calling you out or anything twice. This is like, I think this is an artifact of like a lot of internet criticism, particularly related to movies, being very like, no, there is one way to do things, and if things are not done that way, then it's not real or legitimate or whatever. If that makes sense. Oh gosh, it's coming for me. I feel like there's a very strong emphasis with a lot of folks on basically being like, okay, yeah, like I had fun, but like it wasn't good. You know what I mean? And it's like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? What did you have fun with it? You know? Is there something more to examine there? Sure. But did it fulfill its role as a piece of entertainment? And did you enjoy it for that purpose? Okay. I don't care if it was good or not. It was entertaining, you know? And maybe that's like a small brain pleb take, you know? But it's genuinely how I feel. Uh-oh. No. Oh, they getting me. Oh, they got me. Let's see. Oh, yeah. We watch Twilight at least once a year. Speaking of which, I don't think we rewatched them in October. Did we? I know we rewatched the first one when Benjamin went to see the first one. But I don't remember if we rewatched the rest of them at any point after that. And if not, we need to rectify that. Maybe once we finish the books. Why did that not hurt me the first time, but it's hurt me every time since? Give me. I was suckle. High School Musical is another one. I groaned when I wanted to watch it, and I loved the whole series. Dude, High School Musical fucking slaps. I love High School Musical. The series, the High School Musical, the series or whatever, the one that's been on Disney Plus for a couple years. We watched the first season of it. I could take it or leave it, but the original series of movies, so good. Let's see. Cringe is a topic I love talking about. Yeah, cringe is a really fascinating topic because I really think it is just a very base expression is the word I'm looking for of disgust. I really think that that's primarily what cringe is, you know? It's just disgust by a different name. Y'all coming? Y'all coming out? Whoops. Need to rewatch Death Powder. Yeah. Oh man. I haven't watched Death Powder in like since we watched it for the show. That was a while ago, man. That was a trip. That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Like, sure, that movie has great special effects, but like, I think a lot of people would probably be like, well, it's not like good. It's not like the best. Yeah, I don't know. Does that make any sense? We haven't rewatched because we started the books. Okay, I couldn't remember. But that does make sense. We gotta finish the books and then we'll rewatch them. Okay. All right, we're doing better this time. I think when it comes to anger expression, it's less about people just being so angry all the time, more a situation of people having no other tools or coping skills besides anger. That's a really good point. like nobody's ever taught how to do anything other than be angry, basically. Let's see. Separate topic, but do you feel there was a wave of anti-nostalgia going around the internet? Like, when are we talking? I'll see if you discuss that further in one of your later chats, but nothing is immediately jumping to mind for me. Might have just been my social media group, but oh, the puppy's sleeping. She's dreaming. She's like whining in her sleep. Might have just been my social media group, but there are a lot of highly praised media that was getting shit all of a sudden, like it was never good to begin with. Titanic was one of those I started seeing people say sucked. It's a little strange. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody specifically say about Titanic. I do recall a couple years ago, what is her name? Diablo Cody? Is that her name? Who did Juno and Jennifer's Body? I remember there being, that I saw, I mean, obviously different people, I'm sure, had different takes. Stop that. Oh, I have grenades. I should be using them. No, well, like that. I remember people talking about how Diablo Cody actually kind of, like, really sucks. Namely that Juno was actually garbage the whole time and just nobody knew it, but that Jennifer's Body was actually way better than people thought. I don't know, it was a weird, like, switcheroo of when they came out, people loved Juno and hated Jennifer's Body. Probably mainly because Megan Fox was in it, and, you know, people just hate Megan Fox. Oh, well, that worked. Working miracles here. But specifically Titanic, I have not seen that about. I think also my perception is probably a little biased, because I've had my own thing for maybe the last 10 years or so, where I'm just kind of like, okay, we get it. We get it. Everybody making movies right now grew up in the 80s, so they think the 80s were awesome, but the 80s kind of sucked for a lot of people. We just gonna keep talking about how awesome the 80s were, and now it's like, you know, 2022, the latest season of Stranger Things comes out, and people are like, whoa, man, the 80s sure were cool, and I'm kind of like, okay, I guess, because, you know, things are supposed to go in like 30-year cycles or whatever, where it's like the 80s had nostalgia for the 50s, and the 90s had nostalgia for like the 60s or whatever. And I know that's not like a hard and fast rule, but that's how it's always described. It's like the 20 or 30-year rule, right? And I'm just kind of like, okay, the decade during which the 80s were supposed to be cool again has been going for like 30 years at this point, if that makes sense. Anyway, oh yeah, okay, Ace said, I don't think I've come across that personally, though I'm regularly distancing myself from the internet. Yeah, same. That's an interesting one. Hating on the Star Wars prequels and Titanic really went overboard for a while. There's a legitimate list of criticisms, but there's also just hating something because it's popular. Yeah, I mean, for as much as I love Red Letter Media, I will say I think that they are probably a large part of the type of discourse that I was just talking about, with like internet criticism being like, specifically with movies, being like, well, it's not the exact right thing, so, which I know they were coming from a very genuine place of like being massive fans of the original Star Wars films. Obviously, I've actually seen, maybe this is from like following younger people in certain instances on social media. I've actually seen people reappraising the Star Wars prequels as being actually a lot better than they were giving credit for. I don't know if anybody else has seen that, maybe? I think I have to jump over in this part, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to manage that, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out, all right? It's going to be great. I think if I go, like, parallel, yeah, there. Perfect. Anyway, so Star Wars prequels, definitely. I haven't seen Titanic, though. I mean, I've seen the movie. You know what I'm saying. Let's see. Just realizing it now, but when I was young, the coolest attitude was to not care about anything. Absolutely. I think that was like a holdover from 90s culture, right? To be just aloof and, well, and let's be honest, American culture in general, like pretending like you don't have feelings and stuff like that. That's peak, like, America right there, or at least America for the last couple of decades. Um, Now being cool is tearing everything down. Neither were healthy. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I do wish that we could just kind of enjoy things. I do think it's appropriate to recognize when something is like, oh, okay, I was like, is this not going to open? I think it's appropriate to recognize when something is not very bueno, or like the person who made something is not very bueno. But yeah, just the full dichotomy between not caring about anything or just fucking burn everything to the ground. Neither are good. I agree with you on that, Abysme. I was also seeing classic old anime being regarded as not good. Dragon Ball and Naruto. Like, the only reason we watched it was because it was on TV, but it wasn't good. Yeah, I actually have, I don't know about Dragon Ball. I've never really engaged with Dragon Ball very much, but I will say, Naruto, I had the understanding that it was garbage, like, from day one. And then a couple of years ago, Ace and I started watching it, and Naruto's really fucking good. I'm just gonna say that. And we're only maybe halfway through it, because we keep taking breaks. So I think we're like, yeah, I'd say we're like 360 episodes in, and I think it's like 720 total or something like that. But, oh, walking the pupper. Okay. I was going to ask why Ace disappeared, but now I understand. I had that too. Now I just like whatever, and and it's fine to just like shit. Yeah, exactly. We're in a place where we can cherry pick what we want from a given time period. Yeah, and let's see, I love RLM to death, but I think everyone forgets that you're allowed to disagree with the boys on their takes. Yeah, because I mean, granted, especially with like Half in the Bag, like with newer releases, I generally agree with Jay. And generally speaking, I will have already expressed, oh, whoops, things like we'll watch a movie and I'll be like, yo, here's my take on it, and then we'll watch like a Half in the Bag episode about said movie, and Jay is basically saying exactly what I said, and I'm like, yep, this boy gets me. But there have been some times when they've had some takes that like when they were doing the Plinkett sequel reviews, and they did The Force Awakens, which I'm not like defending The Force Awakens. I don't really have a strong opinion on it. But as Plinkett, Mike kept talking about how the original Star Wars movies were like full of sex, and that's what Episode 7 is missing, is it's sexless. And I'm just like, I don't know if I agree on this one, Mike. I don't know if I agree that that's the thing that's missing. I think the thing that's missing is an original concept for a movie, because they basically just remade Episode 4. You know what I mean? And yeah. Everyone thinks they can be just like RLM. It's true, and it is true that everyone thinks that, and it is not true that everyone can just instantly be them. If you don't agree with my idea, then you're wrong. Yeah, let's wait. Shit. Did I... Oh, crap. I don't know where this... Well, the door's open, so I should be good. I should be fine. This is another section that I don't entirely remember what I'm supposed to do once the rocket launches. I think I just go back. We'll see. Let's see. Being cool... Oh, goodness. Benjamin said, being cool is being kind and being cool with what you like and letting other people... and letting everyone else like what they like, and none of us go out of our way to hurt each other. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. That's the real cringe, is like going out of your way to yuck other people's yum and just be like, hey, you like this thing? Well, let me tell you, you're awful. You know? People tend to forget that the tastes are going to change over time as well. and how they view new and old media should be dynamic. Yeah, I mean, some of my favorite, if we're talking about movies in particular, some of my favorite movies I have not watched in years. I don't know if I still have the same opinion of them that I did when I last watched them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's important to account for as well. Like you're saying, your tastes change over time. And I mean, oh, I guess that was the end of the chapter. I'm just gonna go to like a good stopping point, and then we're gonna pause. Oh, that's not a good stopping point. Wait, I survived that? Oh, I'm just in the water. Okay. I was like, don't think I was supposed to survive that, but I guess I was. Okay. Let's see. Go up here, go up here, and we're right back here. Okay, that doesn't help. So I want to go. Nope, that's no. Actually, maybe it. Nope. Yep. Nope. What is that? What is that? What am I looking at? Okay. Rubble. Okay. Don't drown. Don't drown, Gordon. This way. Here it is. Okay. Okay. Or not. Because there's not a way to just jump out of the water up here, right? I don't think so. Here, that was the end of the chapter. I'm gonna pause here. Oh, and we're gonna save. And because it's been, oh wow, it's been like 2 hours that we've been doing this. Let's save, and we're gonna pause. I'm gonna catch up on chat really quick, and then we're gonna figure out what else we're doing.